Do whatever you're gonna do. I'm asking you to stay out of that base.
Do I have a what?
A waiver.
Do I have a waiver?
Yeah, you just filmed some people who didn't want to be filmed. To film anybody, you have to have a waiver. These gentlemen are here to...
How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. How's it going, guys? Amagansett Press, and we are coming to you today from Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. We are at the county health department here today, and big building, and we're just going to pay a little visit on these folks here and find out if they honor and respect our right to take video and photographs in public and from publicly accessible areas of public places. I am out with Watching Watchmen today, and let me just give you a little view of the neighborhood here where we are. And while I'm doing that, time and temperature check. Today is Friday, June 10th. It is 3:05 in the afternoon, 2022, and it is 81 degrees, sunny, and absolutely beautiful in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. Hope you all are out doing something you love with some people you can tolerate. And if there's no sunshine where you are, I certainly invite you to make your own. Should be an interesting one here today, guys. We've been getting a lot of looks since we got out of the truck and since we got here, so we'll see how it goes, and stand by. Hey, making out there, Watchman?
What's up?
What's happening?
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
All right, guys, so we're going to go take a walk up in the front here and see what kind of signage we have on the building. Give you a shot at this sign here.
Employee entrance only.
Yeah, this is all employee entrance. Main entrance is on the other side of the building. Okay, let's go check that out. So this should be the main public entrance around this side of the building here. So it looks like the front entrance of the health department here will have a new roadway soon.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so you ready to go in? Wish us luck. After you, Mr. Watchman, in case they're throwing darts. So let's see what kind of signage we have in here. So we have after-hours appointments. You can pick up the phone and speak to somebody. Notice camera surveillance in progress. And then Wood County, take elevators to the 3rd floor.
Sorry.
Sure. That's pretty much it out here. Yeah. So. Restroom and stairs are that way. Hello. So OPC treatment philosophy. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if you were talking to me or not.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. Thank you. Appreciate you asking. We have some pamphlets here.
What are you guys
I know, what are you
taking
doing?
pictures of?
Sorry?
What are you taking pictures of?
Just the offices here in the building.
Oh,
Can I ask who I'm speaking to?
I'm Lisa.
Okay. And what do you do here, Lisa?
Well, I'm the accounting and payroll clerk.
Accounting and payroll. Important person on a Friday.
I like to.
Yeah, right.
So,
And may I ask who you are?
I don't feel very comfortable with this, actually. You're recording me right now.
Well, I was minding my own business until we started a conversation, so I just figured we'd say hello.
Okay.
So you don't want to
Hello.
say who you are and what you do?
No.
No?
I
Okay.
guess I'd like to know where you're from before I would answer questions.
South Dakota.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be secretive with you. I'm making myself as obvious as I can possibly be, right?
I mean, we do have people here that, probably wouldn't want to be on video. They're here for appointments and things.
They're not on my, I'm not recording any of them.
Okay.
Not interested in anybody's private stuff. I mean, and that goes, we could have a whole conversation about that. If there is anything private, they should be in a private room. I'm sure you guys have private rooms for them to go into to discuss private things, right?
yep.
Yeah, that's all. But strange to start a conversation with somebody and then not want to introduce yourself. That's just, it's different in South Dakota, I guess.
Huh. It's also strange to have somebody videotaping around your clinic,
Is it?
in my opinion.
Well, it probably doesn't happen all that often, I guess, right? But
Not. No,
strange is
in fact, I
subjective.
feel like maybe we should give Mary a chat. Quick ring.
Whatever you want to do. It's up to you. May I ask who you are?
I'm lazy.
Lacey, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
My name's Jason. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
And pleasure to meet you, Lisa.
Yeah. So,
And whoever you are. I guess, nice to meet you.
As well.
Is it, I mean, are you kind of indicate, is there anything wrong with us being here, taking some video of the building?
I guess I'd like to know where you're from. Like, other than South Dakota. Is it for a company or is it?
Well, let me just ask you, would where I'm from change whether or not I'm doing anything wrong?
I feel uncomfortable about this, actually. I feel like maybe we should give Dawn or somebody a call.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you could certainly call whoever you want, but I would suggest to you next time somebody has a camera, if you feel uncomfortable in front of it, don't call their attention to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check with Sue.
Okay. Tell Sue I said hello. And thank you, ladies. I appreciate you introducing yourselves and being cordial and smiling. And that's the way the world should be.
I know, right?
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be in the building. I'm not running away, so if Sue wants to speak to us, we'll be here somewhere.
Sounds great.
All righty. Thank you. Whoever Sue is. Ask him who Sue is. Who's Sue? Just so I know. And just so I know, who is Sue? Is she the director of the building?
Clinic manager.
Clinic manager. Okay, very good. Thank you. It's funny how right away they go into protection mode of people who aren't seeking protection. Some people.
Anybody else really cared except her?
Yeah. The one who didn't want to introduce herself was the only one really concerned with what we were doing. So, I don't know. I have this theory that people who are afraid of cameras are afraid of getting caught. If you're not doing anything wrong, what would you care? There's cameras on all over this building. But she can call Sue and do whatever she wants to do. And if you're sitting in a public lobby, just want to point out the healthy snacks they have available here. If you're sitting in a public lobby, you have to expect that you might be seen and possibly photographed by the public.
I hate that smell. It sounds like a doctor's office in
The
there.
health department. Not much difference, right?
What is this? It's
I don't know, it's closed.
something closed. Fingertips and steps.
And as you guys know, we don't go into restricted areas. I'm not looking to go into anybody's private office. Not trying to get past any key card access. Just sticking to publicly accessible areas of the building, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with.
I think they have it here. We'll call. We can help her here. I don't know what it is offhand. Oh, Sue was just looking for you.
Oh, here I am.
All right, hold on. Hey, Sue.
I'd be happy to meet Sue. And you still don't want to say who you are?
I'm not very comfortable
I introduced
with this.
myself. I told you my name. I think
And where are you from?
You might be looking for an issue.
I am looking, wondering what you're doing.
Oh,
And I don't want that camera.
Hey, Sue. Are you Sue?
I am.
My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die.
How are you? My name's Jason.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
What are you guys doing here?
We're just checking out your building.
Okay. What
That's
are you
all.
looking for?
Nothing in particular, just taking a look at the public building.
Okay. So it is a public building. I
Yep.
would like you to stay away from this space here because that's for confidentiality and clients.
I've already been in that space.
Well, you shouldn't have been.
Well, it's a public office,
It's a waiting room.
but it's a public area.
All right, you do whatever you're going to do. But
Okay.
at this point, I don't want you going too far in this building, especially I prefer you
Well,
not
I plan to
go.
go upstairs and just check I'm not, just to be clear, I'm not interested in going to any restricted areas. I'm not interested in going to anybody's private office. I respect keyed access, signs, all that kind of stuff. We're just looking to go into the publicly accessible areas of the building and take a look at the building. That's all.
Okay.
Simple as that.
What's your point? What are you guys looking for? What are you guys wanting to do?
That's just what we do. I'm
do?
traveling and I'm taking some video of the building.
Okay.
That's all.
Take your videos in
Simple
the
as that.
public space. I would prefer that you stay out of our waiting room because that's confidentiality for our people.
Well, like I said, I mean, if it was marked,
It's marked outpatient clinic, AODA. That's confidential?
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, if it was a restricted area, it would say restricted area by appointment only,
Okay.
patients
All
only.
right. You do whatever you're going to do. I'm asking you to stay out of that base.
I've already been in there. I can't
Okay.
turn back time.
Can erase part of your tape.
Well, I'm not going to do that. Why
All
would I
right.
do that?
All right. Why don't you go on and do your thing?
Okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
And can I just ask what your position is here?
Nope.
I can't?
Are you
Okay.
still filming? Because I don't want to.
See what you
She
stirred
does not
up?
wanna be
Yeah,
on
see what you
camera.
stirred up? You've done a good job today. Wow. It's an old saying, folks. If you open your door in the morning and walk outside looking for problems, guess what you're going to find, right? You look like a friendly guy. Can I just ask what your name is and what you do here? Don't let her freak out. Not to introduce yourself, you're the greeter at a public building and a couple of citizens walk in and ask who you are and you don't want to.
Friday afternoons only.
Friday afternoons
Only.
was when you work here. Well, that's more information than I wanted. I just wanted to know what your first name. My first name is Jason, just so you know.
You guys, you have a waiver because you filmed some people that didn't want to be filmed.
Do I have a what?
A waiver.
Do I have a waiver?
Yeah, you just filmed some people who didn't want to be filmed.
Well, I'll be honest with you. So if we're having a civil conversation here, I walked past them, didn't even film them, and they had no issues until your one employee started creating
The
a
reality of it
situation.
is, there's an issue now, so you probably need a waiver.
There's not an issue.
Okay, do you have a card that I could have?
I'm not, this is not a business.
So, what is it?
I explained to you what I'm doing.
Well, you're filming.
I introduced myself, I gave you my name, I told you what I'm doing
You're
here.
filming buildings. You just took pictures of people who don't want their picture taken.
I walked right past them.
I
And
don't-
even if I
I
did,
don't-
Sue, they're in a public lobby.
The reality of it is,
That's the reality.
you have to have a waiver.
That's not true.
To film anybody, you have to have a waiver.
That's absolutely incorrect, not in public. There is no expectation of privacy
All
in
right, and
public.
sitting here talking to you right now,
Right.
you're gonna do what you're gonna do. You don't really care what I say, and that's
No, if I didn't
obvious.
care what you were going to say, I wouldn't be having the conversation with you. Please don't put words in my mouth.
You got
I'm being
what?
very respectful to you. I said, please don't put words in my mouth. I'm trying to have a civil, cordial conversation.
And I'm asking
And you
you-
and your staff are attempting to escalate it.
No, we're not trying to
Sure
escalate
you are.
anything.
Sure you are. So I'm just going to continue very peacefully about my business. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm not interested in anybody's
Okay,
personal
again,
information.
I would like to, I do think you need to waiver. I would like a business card if you have one.
You asked me for a business card. I
Okay,
told you I
then
don't have
why
one.
don't you write your name and phone number down for me?
No, why don't you write your name and phone number down for
I'll
me?
give you my card.
You wouldn't even tell me what your position here is.
Why should I?
Well, why should I give you my name and phone number then?
Okay, because ultimately.
Come on, you know what? Let's stop the nonsense and let's stop trying to escalate this because that's not what I'm
This
into.
is not being
And let's
escalated.
be civil with one another.
And you know what? I'm not escalating this. I'm asking.
You,
a
I
simple-
believe you are.
You can believe whatever you want, but that's not my intent.
Okay. So is this are we done? Are we going somewhere with this conversation?
My intent is that, yeah, I would like you guys to have a waiver for filming those individuals in that space.
Well, I'd like to be able to unfettered walk around the building and do what I do.
And you've already done that.
No, this is the only area I've been in. I haven't gone upstairs. I haven't checked out anything else yet.
Okay.
I'm coming from upstairs actually, and
Okay.
I'm just.
Can I ask who you are?
I work with Human Services, and I'm work with Sue as well, and
Okay.
so.
Well,
Human
I'll
Service-
give you a knowledge base. My
Human
name's
Serv-
Jason. Can I ask your first name?
My name is Lacey.
Lacey, pleasure to meet you.
You as well.
That's how I start all my
Jason.
conversations.
Nice, nice to meet you, Ben. So I'm coming because of noise and lobby and things like that, but.
There was
also-
no noise until I was confronted by people that are trying to
saw
escalate a
that was at the
situation.
front
here.
desk and then heard voices. Anyway,
Okay.
so more so, wanting just to also be aware that human service employees were not able to be filmed. That's not something that's allowed, so that's something that
That's not-
I'm
that's
also
not
just,
accurate.
I'm concerned about that.
All right,
I'm
wait,
coming
wait,
from
let's-
my perspective as an employee, and I don't
Let's
wanna
not
go
deal with your
above and beyond
perspective.
what I
Let's
don't know.
let's
Please
deal
don't
with
interrupt me and
let's
let me
deal with
finish what I am
objective
saying.
reality.
No, please don't interrupt
I'm gonna
me.
walk away from this conversation. Nice try on escalating me. You guys do what you gotta do. I'm not interested.
It's more so
I'm not
to make
interested.
sure
You're
that
creating a disturbance and I'm not gonna be a part of
I'll
that.
dispatch and let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
All right. Have a nice day. Yeah, thank you. Not gonna get into creating a disturbance with these people here for no reason. And what did they say they're gonna do? So you're calling the police? Is that what you're doing?
What's that?
You calling the police?
I
I don't think you have to worry about it. Go do your thing.
Oh no, I'm gonna wait. If you're gonna call the police, I'm gonna wait right here for them.
Okay.
I don't run from the police.
Well, and so more so, you were going upstairs. There's other departments in this building, so not necessarily. I guess I'm just wondering what is the purpose, or is there a way we can connect you?
I'm gonna tell you exactly what I told Sue. Okay, my name is Jason. I am here to.
I'm not agreeing to wanting to be filmed. I'm just.
So you don't want to hear what I have to say either.
No, I'm just. As you can, you're behind the camera, so it's different from your perspective. So just personally,
I'm
I
not
feel
looking
very
through
much
the
on
camera. I'm looking
spot
right at you.
Right now, so yes, go ahead.
This is all very childish to me, but that's just my subjective opinion. So what I'm telling you is, and this is my last time I'm going to try to say it to you.
Okay.
Same thing I told Sue. My name is Jason. I'm traveling. I stopped by the building here to take a look at your health department, get some video of the outside, inside, and the
That's actually-
surrounding areas. And I have
As
no
you know,
interest.
this is not the health department. It's upstairs, but that's why.
That's why I'm
just
going
connect with
upstairs.
you. Okay.
And I have no interest in any restricted areas, private offices. I have only intention is to stay in publicly accessible areas,
Sure.
not looking to violate anybody's privacy. I would assume that you fine folks don't have anybody's private information out in the public areas of the building. So I don't think there's any threat there. And I don't see what your issue is. You're obviously very upset.
Obviously, we don't trust you because we have no idea who you are. You're Jason.
Well, I don't trust you because you won't even identify yourself.
I told you I was Sue.
And I asked you, what do you do here? And you said, I'm not interested in telling you.
I'm not sure it's relevant if you won't share the same.
Sure it is. If somebody's giving me directives in their official capacity, it's relevant for me to know who you are.
And
Of
Jason,
course it is.
I also just want to say that we also, I can speak for myself and for Sue, we work with Human Services. We're not working with the health department, which is why you said that you're coming into this building. So if
This is a
you're here-
public county building.
Absolutely.
Right.
But if the purpose of why you're here is here, that's not who we represent. So I just.
I
wanna
didn't
be clear
approach
on
either
that.
one of you.
Okay.
I have nothing
They're
to
on
do
the
with
third
either one of you.
floor. So-
But I was approached because you're here, you went through our waiting room, there's people in there whose confidentiality should be respected.
Because you have a sensationalizing
And you-
employee who overreacted and rang the alarm.
And
That's,
you-
I'm not doing anything
and
wrong.
you did
Alarming
not
is the
respect
cameras,
anybody's
just to say
confidentiality,
that.
which is wrong.
Just to say that.
Even
Cameras
after
can be
I asked
alarming.
you.
No matter your
Is there confidential information in the public lobby?
There shouldn't be any public information, but you weren't
Right.
allowed, you were in our waiting room.
I look for signs, and I look for restricted area signs. There was nothing on that door that says it's a restricted area.
Okay, well then,
And the door was wide open. It wasn't closed. You just closed it.
I did close it, you're
Right,
right.
right.
Because we've got other clients in there that you don't need to be messing with.
They're in a public lobby, ma'am. You don't understand the difference between public and private.
They are in an outpatient clinic, sir.
Doesn't matter. It's public.
It may be public, but it's also just the intention of what you are here for in the camera.
I told you what I'm here for. I'm here to take pictures of the building.
Jason, I'm not.
I'm not here to
heard you say that.
investigate your clients.
I heard you
Your
say that,
goal,
but
your goal is ultimately to
feel
make
differently.
a big deal out of this. We've asked
No,
for
it's not.
some
You
respect.
think my goal is to make a big... I was walking around here silent. I wasn't even speaking to the gentleman I'm with.
the cameras that you're coming with do not come from the perspective of what we call trauma informed,
Nope.
and it means that it's coming at those who are-
Trauma informed?
Trauma informed. We are an agency who are here to serve our community. We want to be respectful. I've heard you are Jason, you are Ben. I've heard why you're here.
Right.
Not everyone who is in that waiting room has.
None of them said a word until your employee lit the
You
fuse.
know what?
But it's
You
the
should have been
environment that we
courteous to begin
create.
with.
You should have been courteous to begin
I
with. You know
was.
what? No.
I was.
You weren't.
Yeah. I
No,
was.
you weren't. And you'll get the feedback.
Okay, I'm happy to get the feedback.
I'm happy to get the feedback. I'm happy to get the feedback.
You will. I don't know. I don't think you are. I don't think you ain't paying any attention to feedback. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay, and you're entitled to.
You don't pay attention to what the other person on the other side of the conversation is saying. Why would you care about feedback?
Wow, that is amazing. You are really trying to make this something.
No, I'm really not. I'm trying to be left alone, and you guys won't leave me alone. You're following me around the building.
We
Because
haven't
we
left
have
the
to
front
res-
lobby. This is a shared
Did you call?
space for
Did we call
everybody.
law enforcement? Because when law enforcement gets here, they're going to tell you that I'm fine and to leave me alone and go back to work. So did you call them?
Yeah, we'll wait for them to tell us
Okay, so
that.
we'll stand right here and wait for them to tell you that, and then we'll go about our business. And I'm sorry you chose to make it this type of an experience. That's on you. I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't being rude to anybody.
You can-
I wasn't violating any policies, laws, rules, nothing. Nothing.
Just common courtesy.
Common courtesy is very subjective. I think common courtesy means when you're a public employee, you introduce yourself when you're asked
Okay.
and give your position.
Okay.
I didn't ask you for your social security number. I asked you for your first name and your position here. That was it.
Okay.
You didn't want to give me that.
No, I
All right,
don't.
so that's common courtesy.
And
It's beyond common courtesy, it's professional courtesy.
And you weren't really professional in your courtesy then?
Sure I am. I introduced myself immediately and told you exactly what I'm doing here.
Jason and Ben, I'm taking pictures.
That's right. Well, what do you want? What else do you want? You want a note from my mom and a blood sample? And what else do you need from me?
You know what, I'm not gonna respond to that.
You're not going to respond to anything that you don't know how to respond to. I get
Well,
that.
it's not, I don't know how to, there's no point in responding, you're trying to provoke.
No, I'm not.
you
No, I think you're trying to provoke.
Okay.
Who approached who?
I approached you because.
Right, okay, so that's the way that went.
And I need to protect the people who come through this.
From
space.
who? The boogeyman? Who are you protecting them from?
I need to protect their confidentiality.
From who?
From public. If this information is going public, which appears to be with.
They're in a
cameras,
public lobby in a public building. Public.
They are in a lobby, which is an AODA facility and a mental health facility, and you've decided that it's no big deal that you filmed them. That's on you.
It's a public lobby. I went in there and I was having a conversation with your employees with my camera directed 180 degrees away from the people sitting in the chairs.
Okay,
If
So here's your law enforcement. We'll see what they have to say and we'll take it from there.
it's totally fine with me.
And I'm truly I really am sorry that you consider this to be your contribution to America.
Wow. I've done much more than that, but thank
Okay.
you for your input.
Sounds good.
Okay. These gentlemen are here to, okay.
How are we doing, gentlemen?
Good, how are you?
All right. Why are we going to go hide and have a private conversation? Let's just talk it out. I don't know what the situation is here.
I don't either, I just got here.
Yeah. Well, my name's Jason. Can I ask what your name is?
Drew Borkart.
Drew Borkart?
Yep.
I like to pronounce it correctly. And
Yeah.
what is your badge number, sir?
616.
616, thank you. Just that way I document who I spoke to.
Yeah, what's up?
No, I don't have any idea. We came in, we took a look at the outside of the building, came into the inside of the building. We're walking around, checking out the architecture, checking out the public spaces. And Sue came out and decided that we shouldn't be doing that.
Okay.
So she said she was going to call law enforcement, and I said I'd stand right here and wait for you.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as I know, it's a public building, and this is a public area.
Yeah, I think some of it's open to the public, some of it's closed from the public.
Well, and just so you know, we very deliberately respect restricted area signs,
Okay.
do not enter signs, keyed access on doors. I wouldn't even put my hand on that doorknob.
Okay.
No interest in going in anybody's private office, any restricted areas. The only thing I'm interested in is publicly accessible areas in a public building.
Sure.
That's it.
All right.
So I'm hoping that you gentlemen will let Sue know that that's a perfectly legal and lawful thing to be doing. And she really shouldn't be harassing me is the way I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I mean, we came in, we weren't even speaking to anybody. We weren't even speaking to each other. And the staff in that office asked me what I was doing. I introduced myself, gave them my name, told them exactly what I was doing here. That was that.
Okay.
And then one of them said, oh, I'm going to call Sue and just check and make sure. And then Sue came out, and here we are.
Yeah.
So-
Well, it's just, this behavior isn't common, so they're probably.
Right, and I get that, yeah, I get that, but that's why I am very forthcoming and told them what my name is,
Sure.
told them what I'm doing here. I'm not trying to secret myself.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm walking around with a 4-foot stick here with a
You're not
very
hiding it,
heavy
yeah.
camera on it. Yeah, I'm not looking to hide, I'm not
Yeah.
being covert, I'm not,
Yeah.
not trying to surreptitiously, or whatever the word is, record anybody's private conversations or any of
Yeah,
that
they
kind
just
of
called
stuff.
us, and when people call the cops, the cops generally shoot.
Oh, absolutely, no, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
This way you can let them know what the story is and we can all carry on with our day.
Sounds like you already told them the story.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of times they need to hear it from somebody in a position of authority. How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
I guess, what's the,
Just recording.
Well, we just ran through. Oh, go ahead.
Recording in public spaces.
okay, sounds good.
That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
And can I just ask your name and badge number so I know who was here, so who I talked to?
Officer Andrews,
Andrews? And your badge number, sir?
677.
677. And I just really want to commend you, gentlemen, on acting professional, being courteous, showing up, getting the entire situation from both sides, and making a proper decision and upholding my right to be in a public building and take video. I appreciate that.
Perfect,
Thank you.
just, yep. Be
And I'm
polite,
assuming you
respectful.
let.
Yep.
Oh, I'm talking to everybody just the way I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you let Sue know that what we're doing is okay? Okay, very good, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, guys. So it'll be interesting to see if they lock this door, because just because I was told I could not. Yep, they locked the door. So that's interesting. I told you we weren't doing anything wrong. And I hope when I come down, you'll tell me what your name is on the way out, so we can leave on a handshake and a smile. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. number 2. So now the text message / email / phone calls are going out building wide here to let them know. And you notice how Sue was not even woman enough to come out or human enough to come out and say, I made a mistake, you gentlemen were right, have at it and enjoy your day. Sorry, we had a rough spot, nothing.
Oh, yeah, never.
Nothing. Nobody can admit when they're wrong. No, she won't. And that's these are the people you have running your public building. She's in charge here. Keep that in mind. So what's this? Wood County Human Services Department. So I just wanted to wrap up my conversation with you. Did the law enforcement inform you that we're okay and there's nothing nefarious going on here?
Sorry.
All right. And I just want you to know sincerely from the heart as a human being, I'm not trying to alarm anybody.
Yeah, no.
But people have to get used to other people doing things they don't understand. I mean, we all have rights in this country. Like if you decide you want to do something, I don't have to approve of it as long as you're not making a victim out of anybody.
Okay.
And you're not infringing on my rights. I don't care what you do.
Okay.
You can whip out your camera and take video of me now. We're in a public setting.
Okay.
So that's all we're trying to prove. This is an exercise of my right to take video in public.
And that's fine, but we're also just wanting to make sure that we continue operations as smoothly as possible. So.
Well, I'm not interrupting your operations.
No, exactly. And I'm wanting to get back to it. I didn't realize
And
it was
that's what,
almost 4
well, and
o'clock,
just,
so
I'll
I
just
had to
leave
get
you on
back to
this.
what
I got you. I'll just leave you on one last
That's fine.
thought is the county and the citizens of the county paid for some very expensive private offices for people that don't want to be out in a public lobby because they feel uncomfortable. So you take those people back into a private office and they're happy and we're happy because their feelings can't jeopardize my
You
rights
can-
just like I can't jeopardize theirs.
You can come on in.
It's an opportunity to learn something new today.
Thank
So we, some people are open-minded and aware of what's going on and absorb it all. Other people, some people know, some people never will. So I'm hoping you're one of the people that's got a broad view of things and you'll absorb what went
sure
on here
hope so.
today. And I appreciate your
Try
smile.
to do that, but yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
You see this lady, I don't know what she's doing, came out of the Parks and Forestry office, came out yelling something when we walked into the office.
She probably locked the door, I'm sure. Let's see. Wood County Park, yep, she locked herself in. Yep, she locked both of these doors for some reason. So now we have to peer through the windows and try to get whatever view we can from there.
Public areas of the building. Parks and Forestry.
So the woman sitting behind this desk here decided it would be a good idea to lock down the Parks and Forestry office and deny us access. And she's hiding behind that computer screen. And it makes absolutely no sense. Anybody that works in a public building, whether it's county, city, state, whatever it is, watch very carefully, see what these people are doing, and please don't behave this way. It's really not called for. It's not right. That door, I can tell you right now, to the Parks and Forestry office is supposed to remain open during business hours. So she's actually in violation of her policy right now. And when you get so concerned with what somebody else is doing that you neglect your responsibilities and obligations, that's a problem. I'd like to see the Parks and Forestry office. I would say if we ran into Sue, we could ask her why we can't go into the Parks and Forestry office, but she'll be hiding in her office for the rest of the visit. So, and then here's Land and Water Conservation. They've locked up as well, unless they got a call from Sue, who directed everybody to lock their offices, which is foolish. Because, well, think about this. Now they called law enforcement. Law enforcement showed up, verified that we were correct the entire time. We've never been disrespectful. We've never been anything but courteous to these people. And now, so now that they found out what the law is, their response to that is to lock down all the offices.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sue is looking forward to the feedback. Remember that. So this is an auditorium, which is certainly public use. And there is no meeting going on in here right now. So let's take a look at the auditorium. I think that's absolutely ridiculous the way these people behave. That's the kind of person that will start a fight with you and then call the police and try to have you arrested. Which is pretty much what she was doing. She was trying to have us thrown out of the building for creating a disturbance. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm looking at you out the window.
All right, so let's go check out the rest of the building there. Watch me. So let's try forestry one more time here. I'm doing my most gentle, courteous knock. I don't want anybody to say I was banging on the door, you know, like the cops. So that's the second floor. Let's head up to the third floor and see if Sue's disease has spread up there yet. After you, Mr. Watchman, sir.
Health department?
All right, so this is the health department floor. Have some public information here.
It's the finance department. It's at the end of the hall over here.
And then here's the health department.
History of food programs, I guess.
Oh, is this the healthy drinks and snacks section? Well, they actually have reading material out for the people that work here. They have a book exchange. That's pretty cool. Nice. This must be the employee break area. That's a cool image there on the wall. Judge Judy taking this guy's money.
Judge Judy.
So this is Wood County Human Services Department. Is there any, nothing, no keyed access, no stay out signs, no? Nothing here either? Hello,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. You're Kathleen?
Yeah.
I'm Jason, Kathleen. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Jason.
We're just taking a look at your building.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, how you doing? Everything good?
Yeah.
Right on. Well, enjoy your day. I won't hold. I know it's Friday afternoon. You probably want to go home soon, so
Sounds
enjoy
good.
your weekend.
What do you
Yep.
guys? What's the camera and stuff?
Well, what we're doing, I've explained it. We spoke to Sue. We spoke to Ed
I don't want to be
here
on
next
camera,
door.
by the way.
Well, that's what I'm doing. If you don't, I can not explain it to you. Do you want it? Do you want to know, or do you want me to walk away?
I would prefer to not be on recorded or anything like that.
Okay. Well, what I do is when I walk in the building, I don't stop recording until I leave. So I'd be happy to have the conversation with you, but I can't shut the camera off. So
Okay.
it's one or the other. I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds good. I didn't give permission to be recorded though, so I'm gonna ask that I'm not recorded.
I will leave because I'm being courteous, not because you didn't give permission. You don't have to give me permission.
Okay.
We're in a public place.
Okay. Sounds
But I appreciate it. I'm trying to be respectful.
Okay.
If you don't want to be on camera, have a nice day. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks.
Take care.
You too.
And what is it with people? You're standing there talking to somebody for like a minute or two, a minute, 30 seconds, whatever it is, and then they go, oh, like they just realize, are you recording? Do you see what Watchman's holding in his hands
Yeah, I
here?
have, where are they? I got tally lights.
Yeah, he's got lights flashing on. I have the same, basically the same setup. So how you don't see that or realize what I'm doing, I mean, is that a real statement or is that just, I don't know, I don't get it. So are there stairs? I figured we came up the elevator, maybe we should go down the stairs.
I think the stairs are like middle of the building.
Yeah, let's go see. Are there stairs to go back down instead of the elevator? Right here. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
The door that says stairway. This is kind of cool. Interesting stairwell. All right.
Yeah.
Ah, he left. I was so hoping he'd pull one out at the last minute and just introduce himself and we could leave with a handshake and a smile like I said before. I'm really going to be sad if we don't introduce ourselves and smile and shake hands before I leave. Because I think if you I think most people, I think if you understood what we were doing, you'd support me 100%.
Well, you weren't really explaining what you were doing.
Because what we're doing is, it's considered an audit. So I can't show my hand before I'm finished doing what I'm doing. It's certainly not that I don't want to tell you. I'm very anxious to tell you. And I'd love to tell you what I'm doing. This is my son. My name's Jason. His name's Ben. And we have logged almost 80,000 miles over the past 3 years driving around the country standing up for our Constitution. That's what we do. Not in any kind of political way. I don't even care about politics, zero interest whatsoever. I'm just in a very human way trying to open up communication with people, trying to exercise my rights, trying to have the conversation with law enforcement if they get involved, and just trying to make it a better world because I'm not going to be around forever and I have to leave this world for him one day. And as far as we're concerned, our Constitution is taking a proverbial butt kicking these days and we're not very happy about it. So what we do is we go out to publicly accessible areas and public places and exercise our right to take video and photographs. Simple as that, that's all it is. There's no political agenda, there's no social agenda, there's no nothing. It's just an exercise of rights because we believe that rights are like muscles and if you don't exercise them, they tend to go away.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's simple as that. Nothing nefarious, no ill will, not looking to flare. You saw how we came in. I wasn't giving anybody a hard time. I wasn't being argumentative.
Nope.
Nope. So, and I hate to leave somebody in a bad way. Sue, there's no hope for in this situation. She's going to just have the opinion she wants. And
Well, I think her concern lies with patients.
well, if that was the case, though, once law enforcement showed up and told her what we're doing is perfectly fine, she should have been okay with it at that point. And she's still not. So maybe suggestion to Sue is if she worked at a private medical facility and it wasn't a public place, she could pull the blinds down, she could lock the doors, and she could do whatever she wants. But when you choose to go into the public sector, into public service, you accept a certain level of accountability and transparency that may not exist in the private world. So she did that voluntarily and she owes that to her citizenry here. That's all it is. And she'll get it sooner or later. One day when somebody tramples all over her rights about something else, it'll dawn on her that what I was doing was okay too. But sometimes it takes that to happen. But I'm going to leave you with a smile on your face. Name's Jason again.
I'm Pat.
Pat, it was a pleasure to meet you, Pat. And it really sincerely makes my day that you and I got to shake hands and leave on a good note. So I hope you enjoy your weekend, have a wonderful time, and keep smiling, man. Don't let them bring you down. They're trying hard. Well, all right, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. I think it was a successful visit. You can't ever expect to get through to 100% of the people 100% of the time. You know, like I just said to Pat, maybe things will filter in somehow, some way for Sue and the other lady in the first office we went into that didn't want to introduce herself. It's a shame, you know, and for those of you who are working in the public sector and who have chosen to take that responsibility and privilege on, I would highly recommend you remember the reason that you did that. And stop going right to fear and BS about I'm protecting this, I'm protecting that. You're not protecting anybody. What Sue did in here today was escalate a situation, create a dangerous, potentially dangerous situation, and you know, could have wound up getting me hurt, could have wound up getting herself in trouble. A lot of things could have happened, and there was no need for it. And it's completely unnecessary. And I hope she figures that out at some point, and I hope the rest of the staff gets it. It's evident here today that the police department here in Wisconsin Rapids gets it, and I'm glad to see that. It's a start. But we have a lot of work left to do, and we're going to be on the road for a very long time, which brings up a point. We're on a 15,000-mile road trip right now, pretty much at the start of it. Been on the road for a couple of weeks. So we're going to keep at it, man. We're going to keep out there, and we're going to stay out there. We're going to keep talking to people and having the conversation and, you know, trying to make positive, productive change in this world. And I always say sometimes that's uncomfortable for some people. Growth and education can be very uncomfortable. But I think a life lived in ignorance is a lot more uncomfortable. So bring your shields down, bring your defenses down. If you're wrong, say you were wrong. If you don't know, say you don't know, and learn something today. It's a beautiful day to get an education. And it doesn't matter if it's a 1-year-old or a 100-year-old teaching you. Learn something today. Open your ears, open your eyes, and take it all in because there's valuable stuff going on and you might be missing some of it. But that's it. So never like to end these videos without reminding you that if you enjoy what we do, you like what we do and you want to support what we do, best way for you to do that, hands down, is to like, share, comment, subscribe, All that stuff gets our videos out to more and more people so that more people can watch them, enjoy them, and hopefully learn a little something. I know me and the Watchmen are out here getting an education every day, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. So I also invite you to do the same for his channel if you're so inclined. You can obviously hear his narration. He puts maps and information and stuff in his videos you won't see here. So I'll leave a link in the description. I invite you to check him out if you're so inclined. But that's it. So we're gonna hop in the truck, head down the road and see what else we could find for you here in Wisconsin Rapids. So for now, coming to you from the County Health Department, Wood County in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, Watcher and Watchman, Amagansett Press. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. Out.